Pontes Books, here with the Chapter 33 vocabulary focus for the Prince and the Pauper. The vocab word that we are looking at today is one that gets used all the time in different movies, often having to do with people committing crimes or people being upset by something someone's done. They'll often shout, seize him. It also always feels like it's almost always seize him, not seize her or seize them. But our word for today is seize. So again, as an example, we have Grumpy Cat here saying, guards, seize him, which is, I feel like, a pretty common movie and TV show trope, is to have someone saying that line after somebody, robs them or commits some other crime. So let's look at the word seize. It means to take possession of. So basically to take, and it is usually done by force. So it's a little bit different than just the word take. It's a little more aggressive, has a stronger connotation associated with it. So some synonyms, some other examples could be clutch or grasp or catch. And some non-examples could be to miss, to let go of, or to release. So oftentimes this means like a physical seizing of something, but it can mean some other more figurative meanings as well. So looking at the etymology of the word, we can trace this back to Old High German. I'm not sure if it's just sezen or seizen or some other way to pronounce that, but it just meant to set. So meaning has changed a little bit over time since we saw it here in Old High German. Some example sentences. We have our straightforward sentence. The wide receiver was able to seize the ball just before being tackled to the ground. So again, grabbing. In this case, it's a little more friendly, but probably grabbing pretty forcefully, but still a more tamed down version of the word itself. Whereas we see the slightly more aggressive, stronger version in our sentence from the chapter. Seize the rascal, men, and see ye keep him fast whilst I convey this precious paper within and send it to the king. So this is happening. This sentence is said after Miles Hendon is found outside of the palace, and he is there looking for help from basically who he believes is Sir Humphrey Marlowe Sr. He comes across Sir Humphrey Marlowe Jr. He goes inside to go tell Edward that this guy he's been looking for is there. And in the meantime, there are some guards who basically accuse him of, loitering nearby the castle, and they seize him and they find this letter in his pocket that happens to be the letter that Edward wrote that he never delivered. So all that to say, they think that he is an imposter claiming to be the king, and so they seize him. Obviously, they find out later that he really is, Miles Hendon, and that Edward knows exactly who he is. Some other forms, seizure. So there is the word seizure like having a seizure, but there's also, search and seizure laws. So it has to do with like searching and what you're taking. That word seizure is the noun form of the word seize. Also, seizes, seizing, all those forms are a thing as well. So that's seize. Hopefully you learned something. Have a good rest of your day.